Alright, so it's Carlton and Faith here from FNK, and we've got our focus group ready with us, and
we're going to ask them a few questions. So here goes nothing, kids.
Whoa!
Hey, act excited. Okay, so first question.
Yes.
Do you guys like horror films? What are your guys' opinions? Yes, I've gone off script, Carlton.
I actually really like horror films.
Moderately.
Depends.
You better watch
Depends how
any.
good watch the horror
Something
film
else.
is.
Yeah.
Some horror films can be very generic, like they follow a very simple, same path.
Oh yeah.
But I think The Conjuring and
Oh, see, I don't like those ones.
don't you like
No, that's because you don't like really scary.
That was
Well,
so
yes,
bad.
I have.
That was
That
so
was
bad.
Okay.
Horror film is good.
Okay.
It's good.
When it's bad, it's awful.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys name one of your favourite horror movie villains?
Villains.
Yes.
like the bad guy.
Antagonist.
Is
Evil
there an
guy.
antagonist in a horror film?
Well, yeah.
What, like a ghost?
Freddy Krueger.
Oh.
What's the person from Scream called?
The guy from
Just a
the man.
scream.
Ghostface
I like the
or
guy,
something.
the Ghostface.
Ghostface. Yeah.
Ghostface. I like Ghostface.
Just
Ghostface. Okay, we like him from Scream. Can you tell me why you like him?
It's just
Iconic character.
scary
It's
movie.
Oh, scary movie.
When he puts the knife in the breast,
So comedy horror. That's a nice thing. Okay.
Yeah.
But I do also like Jigsaw as well.
Jigsaw. Yeah, he's very cool.
Why do you like Jigsaw though?
Yeah. What?
Saw.
I've never
Why do you like
One on the little
Jigsaw?
bike and he goes round.
It's really great.
I've never seen it.
I'm sitting between two people who have never seen Saw. Get me out of here.
Alright, why do you like Jigsaw?
Because.
Do you like his costume?
It's got, I like
Well, yeah, the
the way
costume's
he
quite
rolls in
cool.
on
What
his
is it
bike.
about him that's kind
The
of
way he
like...
rolls in on his
No,
bike.
the actual meaning, like, the way behind how he actually kills the people is kind of smart in my opinion because he doesn't directly kill them, he indirectly kills them, like he gets them to kill themselves.
It's symbolism as well.
Symbolism.
Lovely.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, what do you think makes a good horror film title?
Short and
Simple.
snappy. Yeah.
Can you give any examples?
You can have-
Conjuring.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Mama. That's not a very good film, but that's really simple.
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
can have
but what
titles
makes
that
them
You
are.
got like
good.
Scream, Saw, alliteration as well.
Is it because they're short, or is it because there's titles that give you an essence of what's happening?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I think something small that doesn't give away the plot.
Yeah,
Like,
don't wanna
they've
give
got
it-
to slightly relate to what.
You don't want to
but
give anything
nothing
away.
gives it away, like-
Nothing away.
Like, the killer is this person because that was.
Okay. Okay, so our idea is based on two best friends,
Yes.
and one of them goes missing. The other is introduced to a game, and she is told that in order to find her friend, she must do certain tasks, and these tasks will earn her a clue. And obviously, these clues will lead her to her friend. But there is a timer, so if the timer runs out, then, well, her friend might not be alive for the reunion, let's just say that. How do you feel about this idea? Do you like it? Do you
sounds
think
like
it's
a good
unique?
idea.
Do you...
I think it's a good idea because it's relatable in the sense so it will help if the audience gets emotionally invested in it, then it makes it more of a horror film.
Yeah, they could go away with
Because-
the question of like, what if that was me and my best friend?
Yeah, and it's easier to relate to like mama again. Like,
Just
like
non-stop mama.
how many people have like some child? Don't they adopt a child?
Yeah.
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 How many people have an adopted child and then there's some weird ghosts following them? Not many
And then, like,
people.
Yeah.
Weird ghost children man.
Oh yeah, like. But it's because the idea is simple enough to relate to. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay. It's your turn.
I know, just give me a minute.
Come on,
You need
Carl,
the
say it.
minute.
I was just going to say, if it was out in the cinemas, would you go and see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Why?
Well, it'd have to be good quality first.
Of
I'd have
course.
I don't wanna watch
the trailer.
some
The trailer would
cheap-
have to be entice me, but if the trailer
Yeah, the trailer
enticed me,
Have to sell it to you.
it's
away.
something good for like me and my auntie are quite close, so that'd be something we'd like enjoy going to, or even go with friends. Because then I probably wouldn't go
Like,
alone. Because first of all, that's a bit weird, and second of all, it's scary.
yeah.
Well,
No one
do,
wants to see them in the cinema.
do you think any changes need to be made to the
Narrative at all? Do you think
the
something needs
structure
to
of
change?
it, or
Not that I can think of right now.
Maybe if there's like a reason they took those two.
Yeah, and in the end, you find out.
Yeah.
But it could even just be that the person's like psychotically like not okay.
We do have a reason actually for our
Ooh,
antagonists
that's
taking
nice.
What's the
him.
reason?
We do. Okay, should
Can
we
you
tell-
remember?
Yes, I can. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, our antagonist, he used to have. It's very cliche. He used to have a girlfriend. His girlfriend left him for another woman, and he felt rejected in a sense that he went a little bit crazy, and he then.
It's all good.
He then takes only female victims, and he almost forces them to love him because he feels this rejection.
Okay, I think
Oh
that
my
could be
gosh.
quite good. If
Because obviously,
If you look at the psychology part of it as well, that would be really interesting. I think go
Yeah.
very
And that, yeah.
psychological,
It could go really
psychological
deep into
thrillers and horrors.
well,
of-
that's what we're going for.
Psych-
that, they
Psychological.
are some of the best.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Oh, it's me. Okay, so I want you guys to know a little bit more about the antagonist because he does
Okay.
play a major role in this. So I am going to give you a picture of our
I
antagonist.
feel like this is
Now, this is just a general idea of our villain. This is
Okay.
just a general idea. Of course, it's been.
Did you like make this? Or
We
did you
found
make
we found images online and we sort of just combined them. So obviously, it is just a general idea of his costume. So if you guys have a quick look.
I like the whole suit thing. I like the suit. Like,
It's inspired by Beetlejuice, if you cannot.
I know,
tell.
I was actually thinking about
Tim Burton is a Beetlejuice.
Okay, so what's your first impressions on this guy?
Beetlejuice.
What's your
Sorry?
first impressions on him?
Do you think
it's someone you'd remember.
Yeah.
Like,
we were trying to make him like iconic?
We wanted to
so,
be-
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
so
like, it's
different
iconic.
from everyone else.
Yeah.
We wanted him
I'm
to
guessing
be
that's why we
quite-
put the
it's
mask
like
on,
how you've got the
because
Joker with his green hair and his smile. Like,
Yeah.
that striped suit.
that's the thing.
Yeah, we wanted him to be quite like game show like because he's playing this game. It's he's playing this big game.
So
And
you've got
So that's why he's got
No, you know what it
these
reminds me of? Yeah, it's like kind of like a person who would work at a circus or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like in striped
Yeah,
suit.
yeah, yeah.
okay, so good.
Right. Did you ask that one?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's me.
Yes, it is you.
I am not going to be a news presenter.
Let's see.
Would you want to make any changes to him? Like, do you have any suggestions or
Anything like gloves or like ritualistic like
Or-
facial.
like-
makeup?
I think maybe there could be some form of makeup.
Like, yeah, possibly cover him up a little bit more because
Yeah.
his face is still quite exposed. Like,
Yeah.
Hide his identity.
yeah, like usually you're more likely to cover the eyes because you're able to recognise a person better from their eyes.
Yeah.
So,
Eyes are the most recognisable.
Yeah.
Like
Sunglasses.
we've just been doing in psychology, if you like have a whole face and you make it up, the eyes
Yeah.
is what you like. You could take things from 5 different people and you'd recognise the eyes and think it was that person, even though you recognise it's not.
Yeah.
so
the
yeah,
eyes
probably
are
do
so
something about
identical.
just the identity in the eyes
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like,
Maybe if
just
you put
make them a little
something
bit more mysterious. on
Yeah.
that front.
Maybe
More
if you
hidden.
just put like dark smudges around the
Yeah,
eye. or
like just
something.
to obscure them a little bit.
There you go.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, we wanted our antagonist to speak in a Gaelic Scottish, which brings further fear and confusion to the victims because obviously they can't fully understand what he's saying. So he welcomes them to what he calls the Samhain or Samhain.
Samhain.
Samhain, which in English basically welcomes them to the darker half of the thing. Do you think this would work? We were thinking of having like subtitles as well, which
Okay,
Obviously.
I quite like that idea.
I definitely think another language is, well,
Yeah, like
another language, some form of miscommunication is interesting.
yeah.
Because if you're in a room and you've been tied up and whatever,
And then
and
some
some
cops
guy's
coming
talking to you in a
in,
foreign
yeah.
language, you'd be so scared.
Yeah.
So you think this would really
basically
work?
that's what it is,
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay,
you next then.
oh it is. Okay, so now for the protagonist, because we've already talked about the antagonist.
Quite a bit. Do you
So
want me to put the paper back? Or
Do you want the paper?
it's cool. I'm not fussed.
you're having it back anyway.
Yeah.
that's not gonna work.
That's-
Never
You know what?
mind.
Just leave it on the floor. That's why. Okay, our protagonist. So we've come to the conclusion that we want our protagonist to have ginger hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inspired.
Okay, ginger hair, and our target audience will remember her easier, and she'll be unique. And we find that obviously ginger-haired people, should I say, play more the victims, or in
And you've also got,
The
like,
narrative.
Blonde as well.
Oh,
Like dumb
yeah.
blonde.
I'm sorry.
and Ginger victim.
yeah. So she'll be.
Yeah.
So obviously she's a female and with ginger hair, which makes her really unconventional. So what are your opinions on this,
That'd be
please?
pretty
I think that's
cool.
interesting. I don't think a lot of people generally would think that, but I think if people who analyse films would probably get that more than someone who's just going to the theatre. But if it's really ginger hair, that would make the character stand out. Definitely.
Yeah.
They would stand out, but whether someone would go, it was her ginger hair that made her stand out. But I still think, do you know what I mean? I know
Should be more eye-catching.
Should be more eye-catching, but whether people would come out and say
it was because of her hair.
Yeah.
Because some people always go, oh, that person was memorable, but then they can't really remember.
Yeah.
Come on,
Carlton.
All right. Well, do you like your horror films to be conventional to a genre, or do you like them to be a little bit different?
Not conventional to the point where they're predictable.
Oh, that's awful. When you're watching a lot of horror films are very predictable.
Yeah, there's nothing worse when like something's happening. You're like, you know what's going to happen here.
But it's like, the Paranormal Activity series.
The first one was
It got done
that
over
one was
the
alright, but then the rest are
many
just the
times.
exact same thing, and it was.
I think you need anti-climaxes and climaxes as well. So building up, and then it's just completely not what you think. Don't you like film when you're watching it and you think something's happening at the end, you're just blown away by the plot twist, and you're like,
twist.
oh.
Yeah, like I like films that are smart with what they do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Cool. It's you again, mate.
Oh, yeah, sorry. How important in a horror movie do you find the storyline to be?
Very important.
Yeah.
Extremely.
Why?
There's no. Even within a horror genre, I think there needs to be a storyline.
Yeah.
Because if there's no, that is what a whole film is based upon.
Yeah, like the thing is, for horror films, the majority of it is based around the background to what's happening, like
You
what,
need a story.
like
Why
why
are
it's
they doing
actually
this?
happening.
Yeah, you need a story.
So like for it to actually be horror and to understand it, you're going to need some sort of background, and so the story's important.
And I think
for
it needs to be detailed enough, and it's not just this, like you said, you can't just go, this person got dumped, now it's a psycho. It's got to be like in depth, like this person has been so affected by that, and this has led them to start doing these really weird things, and it's led to this. Like it's got to be like detailed enough. Can't just be like, oh yeah, by the way, the killer, he his girlfriend dumped him. He's a bit crazy now. Like.
Just so you know.
Yes.
Okay, that actually links like pretty much to this next question. You've pretty much answered it. How important do you find the characters to be? Do you like characters with history and background, or would you prefer it if the audience didn't know too much about them? You've already.
They knew a lot about
I think
everything.
in horror films, it's more important to know about the killer than the
It's always the killer
antagonist and the protagonist
because
in a horror film.
Yeah.
Because the whole film is about the horror, and that comes from the antagonist. So I think that's more important for them to know about the antagonist than the protagonist. So if you had to spend more time on one, I'd say antagonist.
Yeah.
But that's just
You
my
don't need to know
personal
their
opinion.
whole life story.
Yeah, like you can
Like
just
what,
kind of.
just what made them what they are
like
now.
for protagonists, you may just want to know college student,
Yeah.
has friends, good neighbourhood,
Relations.
family, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to know
What they ate
they
for
did a dance
breakfast
show
or-
and this and that sort of thing. So I think antagonist needs to be more detailed.
Last question. What do you guys think about jump scares? How do you feel about that? Do you think they're
jump
effective?
scares are important if they're done well.
And not overused. Like if they like
Yeah,
jump scare
don't-
and then 5 minutes later jump scare, you're just gonna
And-
predict
Or do you prefer like tension building up to a climax?
tension building, and then it
Yeah.
goes quiet, and then bam, something jumps out at you.
Like that usually gets most people.
I think what gets most people is like a very, very long time of tension being built up, and it's just like.
So like,
Hits
do you
you.
like it quiet? You know, as it's tension
Or
building.
like music was like.
Yeah, and then it goes quiet. Like,
And then like
And then it
most of the
stops.
time, it's good to have silence before the jump scare.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even though
Does
they
that
like-
not make it too
or like
predictable?
or something really quiet.
Not necessarily, no.
Or something like really quiet, and then all you hear is like the breath of the character, or like this
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
bit of
Like you
music.
can, like, yeah, you don't even have to have music. You can just have like a kind of just little segment where there's no sound or whatever, and then just.
Yeah.
But if you do have music, it has to be like quite.
Yeah, obviously it has to build up.
Okay, well, thank
Okay.
you guys for answering our questions,
welcome.
and hopefully we'll have something for you soon to have a look at. Okay, thank you
you.
very much.